Hey, how are you? John Michaelides, Real Property Management of Sarasota and Manatee here. Hope you're having as fantastic a day as I am. Today I want to chat a little bit about whether or not you need full service property management or lease only services. Now, before I launch into the decision tree, if you will, with respect to deciding what's right for you, let's define full service property management services versus lease only services. In fact, many landlords do not even realize that lease only services are available. They're only familiar with full service property management. So let's talk about that real quick. Full service property management is just as the term implies, full service. Everything having to do with the leasing is taken care of. So taking the photos, the videos, doing the advertising, coordinating showings, taking applications, screening tenants, the background checks, the criminal checks, the credit checks, preparing the lease, getting the lease signed, collecting security deposits, meeting at move-in day, doing a move-in walkthrough inspection, turning over keys, collecting the first month rent. But the point is, everything having to do with the leasing is included in full service property management services. Once the tenants moved in, now we've got day-to-day property management. So collecting the rent every month, 24/7 on-call maintenance, preparing monthly statements for the owner, preparing end-of-year tax reporting forms, 1099, all of the issues that have to do with the day-to-day operation of that property and that tenancy. So full service property management includes all the leasing functions, all of the management functions. The only thing really that the owner is involved in are two things. Check their bank account every month to make sure they got their direct deposit. And number two, check your statement every month to go over the money that came in, the money that went out, and make sure everything makes sense to you. That's full service property management. And most owners think that's it when it comes to hiring a property management company. However, we offer lease only services. And as the term implies, lease only services means we handle everything having to do with the leasing of the property. Once it's leased, the lease is signed, the move-in inspection is done, this first month rent check has been collected, the keys have been turned over, then the owner takes over the day-to-day management from that point on. Many owners prefer not to do the leasing even though they have no problem with the management. It's hectic. You got to be on call. You got to be ready to drop everything you're doing for showings. All kinds of personality types are involved. Some people don't want to deal with that. Confrontation issues, screening issues, advertising issues, lease preparation issues. Many owners would prefer to have a professional handle that portion and then to take over management on the day-to-day. Hopefully the management is going to be a little slower paced than the kind of hectic time that the leasing period often is. So that is the difference between full service property management services and lease only property management services. Of course, at Real Property Management of Sarasota and Manatee, we provide both services. So the question now is, which is right for you, full service or lease only? I can't answer that for you, but I could tell you some of the questions you need to go over in your own mind. You know, do you like meeting people? Do you want to get there and do the showings every day? 5 showings someday, 1 showing another day, people not showing up. Some people are gruff, some people are friendly. Do you want to be involved in that whole milieu of meeting people? Is that your personality type or not? I don't know the answer to that. You do. How close do you live to your property? Are you out of state? Are you 2 hours away, or do you live across the street? Hey, that's an issue. Also, how detailed oriented are you? In other words, do you want to keep the books? Do you want to be on call 24/7 for maintenance issues? Do you want the daily interaction, at least the monthly or several times a month interaction? You don't mind that, or you'd rather someone else handle it? Do you have lots of free time on your hands? Some people would like to manage themselves. They just don't have the time. We've got some doctors as clients. They don't have the time. Maybe they could do it. They just don't want to. Also, how handy are you? You good with a plunger and a screwdriver? Or you don't even know the difference between the two, right? So those are the kinds of things you have to ask yourself. Also, we live in the litigation age. You better be up on all the federal laws and regulations, all the state laws and regulations, all the local laws and regulations if you're going to be self-managing. And if you're not confident that you are up on everything, at least you have to feel confident that you know your way around a courtroom and will be able to handle inevitable litigations that would come up. So those are the kind of things you have to ask yourself. I can't answer them for you, but is lease only right for you? Is full service right for you? First thing you need to know is that there are two different kinds of services available. Evaluate yourself and your skill sets and your personality type and your personal tendencies, your likes and dislikes, and then you can make an informed decision with respect to whether or not full service property management is right or lease only services. Whew, that's a mouthful. Okay, that's it for today. John Michaelides, Real Property Management of Sarasota and Manatee. If you'd like to discuss either full service property management services or lease only services, contact my team and have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.